Okay. So now let's see what are the stack applications. So these are some of the stack applications. My first application is function calls or recursion. What is meant by function call? Say for example, you have considered a function like this, void fun. Okay. So you have declared a variable int x equals to 10, right? Once after function is being called and execution is done, this variable will be destroyed, right? So these functions, variables or addresses, return statements, all these are being stored in stack. So stack is used as a temporary storage area. Okay. So for that stack is used. Expression evaluation. That means we have, for example, you are asked to evaluate this expression 4 plus 2 into 3 minus some 5 divided by 3 power 2, like this. So to evaluate, we generally use few conditions, right? Like BODMAS rules, right? So all those type of statements also will be executed with the help of stacks, right? You have some more topics in expression evaluation. I'll be explaining you in the next class. So what is meant by parenthesis matching? Let me write an expression a plus b into b minus a. Okay, you have to, like, when I see this expression, I will understand which bracket is belonging to which bracket. This is my opening bracket, this is my closing bracket. For example, if I have a statement like this, okay, this is also understandable. For example, if I have a statement like this, okay, so will we understand, like it is understood clearly by seeing, or you have a little confusion? I don't know which bracket does this belongs to, this belongs to, right? I don't know which bracket does this belongs to. So for that, parenthesis, this is called as parenthesis. For parenthesis matching is also stack is being used, right? Now it is also used for Towers of Hanoi. Towers of Hanoi is a game, okay? It's 3 discs. This first disc, second disc, third disc. I have 3 rings. I hope you have played this game some or the other time. So without changing the order, you have to go to, place all these in the third disc, following few rules. Okay. No, order changing is not allowed. It should not be like 1, 2, 3. It should be in 3 to 1 order only. You cannot place the biggest ring on the smallest ring. Like there are few rules. So with the help of stack only, we'll perform the rules. Next, it is used for undo and redo operations, right? While we are using stack operations, which element is being popped first? The last inserted element is always popped first. The same way, for example, I am visiting one website right now. After some time, I am visiting another website, right? Now, if I go back, where will I be shown? I will show to the previous page. For example, I am trying to search like computer science syllabus. I went to Google, I have searched computer science syllabus. Okay, now I have seen few universities, Andhra University, JNTU University, right, or KL University. Like this, I've seen few websites. I have opened any one of those websites. For example, I have used AU website. Now I get one more page. Okay, so you have to select the subject, right? I've selected subject as DS, right? Till now it is clear now. First I have opened Google. Now I've searched for computer syllabus. I got few websites. Okay, so first website is AU, JNTU, KLU. Okay, now when I click on AU, so now I click on AU, then my subject list is being entered. Okay, I have many subjects, for example, CS, DS, Java, Python, something like that. I've selected DS. Till now it is fine now. Now if I try to go back, which page will be appeared? This page, right? This is stop value. This is being deleted. Now the next element is stop. Now this is being deleted. This is stop. Okay, so this is also used in browser navigations, right? Next one is undo and redo operations. Okay, for example, if you are doing my MS Office works, you are trying to, enter data in the Word. Okay, now I have written LAYA. Now I want to delete last performed operation. Now I'll do Control Z. Now this will be deleted. After this will be deleted. In case if I do Control Y, right, it will redo the operations. So these are the stack applications. And let me explain recursion, expression evaluation, and also parenthesis matching and towers of Hanoi in detail. Okay. Now let's see what is meant by recursion. A function calling itself until a base condition is satisfied is called recursion. In general, you do function calls, right? For example, this is my function. Okay. This is my function. Normal function call. See, if I'm not going to give here, if I'm not going to give any base condition over here, this is called, this is my again executed. This is called again executed, again called. So in case if I'm not going to give any base condition, so my loop is going to be infinite, right? Function call won't be stopping anywhere. So the most important concepts are base condition and the recursive call. Even if you give base condition also, in case if you are not giving any recursive, call, the call won't be made and the statements won't be executed, right? These are the two important parts of recursion. So let's see a small example. So void fun, I've given a condition, I've called a function. Okay, this function is being executed and the other statements will be executed only if this condition is true. Otherwise, it won't be executed. For example, in case if this is condition true, these statements will be executed. In case if the condition is false, the else statements will be executed. Right? It happens only until the condition is true. Okay? If the condition is false first time, the else statements might be executed. Okay? In case if the condition is false for 10 times, the else statement will be executed for the 11th time. The condition is true now, then the execution stops over. This is called as recursion. A function calling itself until a base condition is satisfied. Right? Now we'll see the example of how to perform factorial program with this recursion concept. Let me explain you the program for calculating the factorial of a given number. What is meant by factorial? For example, if I ask you what is 4 factorial, then you write 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Right? What is the value? 24. Right? Now if I ask you 5 factorial, now we will write 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 120. If I asked you 2 factorial, what you'll write? 2 into 1. So this is how you find the factorial of a given number. Now I'll explain you, you will understand easily with the explanation of this program. Okay? So execution starts from main function. So I went to the main function. In the main function, we have declared 2 variables. First one is n. Second one is f. Okay. Now I ask you enter a number. My number is, for example, 4. Right. So it is stored in n value. Okay. Now after this, f equals to fact of n. Right. Now what is this n value? 4. Where is this fact function body? It is over here. Okay. Now I'll send this parameter here. So there is a function called fact and n value in fact is 4 right now. Okay. In the main function you have one n variable. In the fact function also you have one more variable called n with the same name. Now check the condition. You went into the see. Now you have to check the condition. If n equals to 0, my n value is 4. Is 4 equals to 0? No. This statement won't be executed and this statement will be executed. Right? So, what is the statement? Return n into fact of n minus 1. What is n value? 4 into fact of n minus 1 means fact of 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay? So, again function is being called. This is 4 and this is 3. Again this function is being called. Right? Now again, I'll call one more function. Now, what is my n value? N value is 3. Okay. So, check If 3 equals to 0, condition false, your if statement won't be executed and next statement will be executed. So what is my 3 value? So now what is my n value? 3 into fact of 3 minus 1 is 2. Write it over here. So for this, 3 into fact of 2. Okay. Next, now 2 is there. Again function call will be done. Now n value equals to, here it was 3 and it 2 right now. So 2 equals to 0, condition false. So again this statement will be executing. What is n value? 2 into fact of 2 minus 1. That is, so answer for this is 2 into fact of 2 minus 1 is 1. Again function call will be made. Now fact n value equals to 1. Right? So 1 equals to 1, condition false. Again this statement is being executed. So 1 into fact of 1 minus 1 is 0. Right? So now I'll write for fact of 0, 1 into fact of 0. Right? Now again function call is being done. So n value equals to 0. Here. Okay. Now 0 equals to 0. Condition is true. So return 1. So answer for the last, this one is, what is the answer? 1. Now you keep on going in the stack flow. Last and first step. What was the last statement we have evaluated? This one, right? Now solve this and go upstairs. Now here 1 is there. So answer for fact of 0 is 1. So 1 into 1 is 1. Right? What is the answer for fact of 1? Is complete, right? Okay. So answer for this is 1. So 2 into 1 is 2. So answer for fact of 2 completely is 2. Okay. 3 into 2 equals to 6. Okay. Now after completing, I have written 4 over here. So again 4 into 6. 24. Now where did I start calling? Here, right? So answer for fact of 4 equals to 24. 4 factorial equals to 24. Okay. This is how you find the factorial of a given number. Okay. So now let's see what is meant by expression evaluation. The process of calculating the result of an expression by applying operators to operands according to the certain rules. Say for example, I have given you small expression. What is the output for this? 2. Suppose I have given you, what is the output for this? You follow certain rules, right? You evaluate first multiplication, then you will go to the addition. How will you do that? With the help of BODMAS rule. Right? First, since the BODMAS rule says that multiplication should be evaluated, then only addition should be evaluated. So what is the answer? 2 plus 2. Then it is 4. Right? If I give you a big answer like this, so how will you evaluate? So here what I'll do is, in BODMAS we don't have this exponent form, but comparative to all these operators, exponent has highest precedence. I mean, highest priority. Okay. So first we have to evaluate this. So 2 into 1 plus 5 and divided by 2 power 2 is 4. Right. What is the highest priority? Division. Out of this, it is division. So what is 5? What is 5 modulus 4? 5 modulus 4 gives me remainder. So 1. How? 4 ones are 4. You have to consider the remainder. So 2 into 1 plus, what is this? 1. So out of this, multiplication has the highest priority. 2 plus 1 here equals to 3. So output for this expression is 3. Right? We have applied some rules for evaluating these expressions, right? The same way, while we are performing operations in the computer also, it will apply few rules. Right? So now this is called as expression evaluation. Okay. In the next class, I'll explain you how this concept is related to stack. And also I will explain you what are stack conversions.